You're my right hand, you're my go-to. Told me everything about you. I said don't move, baby. I know that you're out here, and there's things you gotta go through. Just know these streets just don't love you like I do. No.
You've lost privileges.
Is that better?
She has lost privileges.
Of what?
Being on to me.
We don't have an intro. What are we gonna say?
All my ideas are stupid.
How?
Ma'am Shanann.
That doesn't even make sense though.
Uh-huh.
What's up, my beautiful M&M chocolate drops? We'll just start with. I'm Mike.
That's boring.
I'm Mary. Well then what else? Better catch on to something, better start thinking.
I've been thinking.
You said ma'am shenams? There's no way I'm saying what's up, ma'am shenams.
Welcome to Ma'am Shenan's.
How does that even make any sense?
Mike and Mary Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
M&M, ma'am.
What shenanigans?
Hey, can you get her off?
Sit it down.
Our life is shenanigans.
I don't ever use the word shenanigans, ever. So it's just kind
I'm sorry, is that something that white people only say?
of... Yes, it is. It's a white people term. All right.
Whatever.
Well, guys, this is our intro video to the channel. Mary came around and decided she wanted to start a YouTube.
Well,
Right.
this is all your idea.
This isn't my idea.
It's always been your idea.
Yeah, it's always been my idea. I knew, who knows what could happen. But basically this channel is just going to have a bunch of stuff like vlogs and maybe some challenges, just stuff that we can look back on later in life. That's more so what it is. I asked you guys on Instagram and Twitter, and she asked you guys on Instagram to give us a few questions. And we kind of just want to do an intro video to who we are. I'm Mike, obviously.
I'm Sally.
That's Sally, Sarah.
My name's Sarah Stone.
Mary. So these are the questions that you guys have asked us.
Who are we?
Who are we?
How are you supposed to answer that?
Well, I mean, who are you?
A nobody? Just kidding. I'm an independent young woman. I don't know how to answer that. Who am I?
I'm Mike. That's who I am. Who are you?
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
Like just your name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sarah.
Why can't you just say your normal name, weirdo?
Because we don't know these people yet. I'm just kidding. My name's Mary.
God. How old are we?
24?
Same, I'm 24
I'm
also.
older than him.
She is. By how much? A month?
Like a month and 9 days.
Here.
I like her. She's okay.
Your ethnicity.
Caucasian. With a hint of white.
What's the
Just
actual?
kidding.
What are you?
White. Oh. I'm Italian and Bulgarian with a hint of Irish.
I'm mixed. I'm black and white.
But
I'm Haitian, I guess. Norwegian and a little bit of Irish.
Haitian.
Yeah, Haitian.
You said you were Jamaican.
I never said I was Jamaican. I've never said that.
Yes, when we got back from Jamaica, you were like, it actually turns
No,
out that I'm partially
wish.
Jamaican.
No, I never said that. What are you talking about?
Remember you wanted to
Cuban.
be Jamaican so bad.
I wish. I wear this every day. We'll talk about that later. But I love Jamaicans. But no, I never.
Your sister said.
No, she didn't. She said we're Haitian. I was like,
But-
are we Jamaican? Because I would love to be Jamaican. That would be lit.
Oh, I thought she said that you were part.
She told me that we're actually Haitian.
Oh.
And I guess Cuban, which I don't know how true that is.
Yes, I am Cuban.
How and where did we meet? You want to tell the story?
We met in Fort Collins.
Colorado.
Yeah. Which is like an hour north of Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And we met because it was, what, a Wednesday?
Yeah, it was a Wednesday. I used to go out a lot, and I was a loser, and I was out on a Wednesday.
And I never used to go out. And still don't.
Yeah, I
Because
go
I'm
out.
a loser.
I like to go out, but I'm just saying.
But it was my best friend, Kelsey, from high school. It was her boyfriend at the time's birthday. And we were out celebrating his birthday, but there was like, okay. There's like literally no one at the bar. Well, how many people are there?
Maybe 10.
Not even.
Yeah. This is in college, by the way, also.
But Mike came up because he recognized Kelsey because he used to date Kelsey's boyfriend. I mean...
I used to date Kelsey's boyfriend. Okay.
He used to be friends with Kelsey's boyfriend back in high school.
He was on my AAU team, so I've known him all through childhood.
Yeah, so he recognized her, but claims he wanted to come talk to me, but didn't talk to me at all. So I was just being a little brat, and I was like not interested because you weren't talking to me.
Yeah.
So I just sat on my phone while he talked to Kelsey. And then he was like, all right, well, you guys have a good night. But fast forward to the second he walked in the bar, I told my friend, I was like, yo, look at that guy over there.
What?
Because he was wearing cement fours. And so then my other friend Cammie came and she was like, I like told her, I was like, look at that guy over there. And so then she was like, well, let's go to the dance floor, but nobody was on it. And I don't like to dance. And then so I was like, okay. So then we walked over to the dance floor and Mike was standing there. And I walked behind him and he like snapped his neck and looked at me and I was like, damn, you need a neck brace? He was like, I'm sorry, you're just one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. And I was like, corny. And then he said, what's your name again?
For some reason, she loves to say her name is Sarah too.
Well, when I go to the bars and people ask me what's your name and I'm not interested, I don't want them to know my name, so I go by Sarah Stone. Weird. I bet you there's a bunch of girls out there that have bar names.
I'm sure. Then she hung out with me and asked her to go to the movies, and here we are. There's more to the story. I would love to tell them about the time that we almost were just done the window thing.
Oh, we don't have to share that.
And for the record, I was talking to her friend only because I recognized her and that was an opportunity to go over there. But she was sitting over there on her phone, blah, 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 not talking to nobody.
Because
so
you were like, okay, here's, so
like,
Mike was with his friend.
JP. Yeah,
and you know, I saw Mike first and I like had my eyes on him, but then when he talked to Kelsey, I was like, oh, he's not interested in me.
Yeah, and they...
So then I was like, I was just trying to be like closed off because I didn't necessarily want to like talk to your friend.
Yeah. So then the conversation was just dead and I'm like, all right,
have
bye.
A good night.
See ya. Fate. Fate.
I was watching him like lure the area, like slowly growing them, like waiting for those things to drop to come talk, but then he didn't talk to me.
Whatever. Did her dad like me?
Yes.
Yeah. Does your dad like me?
Yeah.
Oh.
My whole family likes him.
Yeah, her whole family likes me.
Including all the way to my grandma.
It was kind of weird because like she invited me to like a graduation Christmas party or whatever. And I went there and I'm like standing by myself with all these people, all her like family, friends, like it was packed. I barely really knew her.
There's like 100 people at my house.
Yeah. So I walked straight up to her dad and I'm like, what did I say?
Said, hey, I'm
she didn't
Mike.
introduce me. She didn't introduce me. I went straight up to him like, hey, I'm Mike. He's like, hey, John. I'm like, I think I said like, I'm Mary's friend or something like that. And he's like, oh yeah. And then I was like, all right. I don't know if this was a fail or not.
Well, it just wasn't the right environment.
Yeah,
and
it was
I was
like
so
packed.
busy because it was my graduation party that everyone was like talking to me. So
Yeah, so
I was kind of neglectful.
pretty much. I was like,
But you had Sam.
I was a lost puppy.
And Audrey was really, or Cammie.
Yeah, she
They were
tried,
both
but
really
I was still
helpful.
kind of. I barely even really knew Cammie like that too, so I was just kind of.
Well, it was pretty.
Romy. Question is for you. What do you do for your career, school, and work?
I already graduated college.
Yeah, we graduated.
I graduated in
winter.
December of 2016.
Oh shoot! Dang, we're
Almost
getting
2 years
old.
ago. And I'm done with school for now. Fun and just
Do you
kidding.
know what you want to do?
No, but I work with at a residential treatment facility for juvenile offenders, which is like a halfway house for bad kids that come out of jail, and we reintroduce them into society so that when they get out of the jail world, they have a chance at turning their life around.
And I've been a full-time YouTuber and a bunch of other things. I graduated with business administration and entrepreneurship, and Yeah.
My degree is too long too.
She got a long degree, but we both got our degrees. So for those of you that don't know, we don't live in the same like state.
We've never lived in the same city, actually.
So she lives in Colorado. I live in Los Angeles. This question is, what was your reaction to me? Yeah, what was your reaction to me moving to LA? Which, no, like months into the relationship, she was actually gonna move to Minnesota for a whole year. So I had already planned, like, okay, you're gonna move to Minnesota. I'm gonna move to.
Time out. She needs a toy.
Hey, stop.
She needs a toy.
Go play with some underwear right there. Look at them.
She's biting
No.
my feet.
She was gonna move to Minnesota for a whole year.
July of 2017 to July of 2000. Ow!
So that's what she was gonna do, and I'm like, all right, well, that's fine. I'm gonna move to Los Angeles anyway. So.
But then I didn't move.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks before he moved, he was like, I'm moving to LA.
Yeah, it was really like spur of the moment. I just came out here for
Destroy
All-Star
it.
Weekend, and it went so well that I was like, you know what? I need to do this for myself, and I don't want to look back on life. And it wasn't like planned. I just randomly was like, I'm moving, and she was not happy about it. Not in like a bad way, you know. It's always hard seeing someone leave that you've been with like every day. So I get it. Are you moving to LA? Is the question.
No.
No.
No plan.
When will we ever get a place together?
Probably when Mike moves back to Colorado.
If I move back to Colorado.
When we get married and have 5 kids.
If I move back to Colorado, you might have to meet me like halfway at Vegas or something.
You say if you're going.
Shut
back
up
to
and
Colorado.
drive. Okay, this one is. Which one do I want to start with? How do you deal with hate and people making fun of a career out of what you do, for example? I'm guessing they're saying like you're trying to be a YouTuber and people are like laughing at it, like, oh, there's no money in that.
I think that question.
Yeah,
is
that's
for you.
probably for me. I would just say at the end of the day, I used to have people that would make fun of me for doing YouTube, and then I started making money, and it's like they're there and I'm here. So just follow your passion, and at the end of the day, nobody else's opinions really matter except your own, and you gotta be happy with yourself. How do we deal with long distance? This is tough. This one's really tough. Long distance is extremely hard, and before this relationship, like I remember, like I told Mary.
He told me he would never do a long distance relationship.
Would never.
But here we are, 2 years later.
Somehow we made it this far. It's insane.
Communication.
Yeah, communication is key. I feel like we do get in like a lot of little arguments that are just.
Not a lot.
Yeah, right. We get in a lot of arguments, but they're like regular. To me, we get in a lot. She tries to like downplay it, but no, we get in a lot of arguments.
We argue. We just are talking to each other.
We argue all the time over like dumb things, which is just typical relationship stuff. I don't like to argue. She doesn't like to argue either. But you know, when you miss someone, you just argue for no reason. That's from my perspective.
I think we're just talking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You
Communication.
have to visit each other.
Yeah, you do have to visit each other.
You have to know where the other person is. Before I visited Mike, I had a hard time like visualizing like his friends and like where he lived and where he would go all the time, and that helps because like for him, he knew everything because he already knew I was from Colorado, or he had already been there.
Kind of like when you hear your significant other or whatever hanging out with. Let's say like her hanging out with a bunch of dudes and I don't even know who they are, so I'm like, who this is? But then when you meet him and you're like, ah, I got it, okay. I'm just saying, like, even if it's just another guy, like, you know, like a girl that I hung out with. Yeah. Like I didn't know him, and then, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, communication, visiting, mostly communication. I say communication's everything, and I'm a terrible.
And not texting, like actually phone calls.
Yeah, we would get in like, you know, them text message bores, and nobody makes sense, and you can really like think out what you're thinking when you text, so it can be very hurtful.
No, you just don't really like understand a tone of voice.
Well,
or,
I know.
How the person is saying something.
Talk on the phone.
Guys, we don't argue that much.
Yes, we do.
He thinks we do, but he's just a little bit dramatic.
Yeah, okay. How does Mary support me, and how do I support her? Go ahead.
Well, I supported him moving out here. Still here.
No. You're not supposed to tell me how you think that I support you.
Oh, I'm just going the full way. You can go first.
I already said you had to go.
You're not the boss, though.
I already said to go.
Like you just are always telling me to be my own person and like to have my own opinions and not let anyone affect my opinions. and to stick up for myself, because I've always been one that kind of just lets people run all over me.
Yeah. Nice.
And he supports me a lot because, without going into detail, just like with the stuff that goes on, like in my own personal life, he's very supportive of that and always will like listen or come home when I need him to.
Nice. What a great guy.
Aww.
Say Mary supports me, of course, and just being an annoying girlfriend that everybody needs. No, she supported.
Just gave you, like,
she supported me moving here, and you know, like she is always there. That's what it's all about.
got a dog.
That she did not support.
Supported him with
Yeah,
this.
right. No, I think the most important that Mary is very. She like brings me back down to earth. I think that's super important, and she just is more mature about things than I would be, like as far as just finances and life decisions. And
I'm
I
a
think
penny pincher.
she's not like a yes girl, you know, like she doesn't hype me up to do stupid things. She more tells me like the
rational,
the more rational
of your
thing.
decisions.
Yeah, and I think that's super important, especially if you want to stay ahead in life. Instead of having a girl that's just like, oh yeah, do that, oh yeah, do that, oh yeah, do that. Like that can get you in a lot of trouble.
I'm not out here for the clout.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's cool, but also annoying.
You just said I'm annoying twice in your segment.
There's anyone that's in a relationship, if you're not annoyed, then what are you doing? Like this is reality.
Chloe's annoyed.
Any of y'all that say your girl is not annoying, bro, say bye to her, cause she ain't. It's too easy.
I challenge you.
Yeah, you definitely do. Places that we have traveled together.
Oh.
And places that we would want to travel together.
Toronto? Wait, let's start from the beginning.
You want me to list it?
Miami?
So our first trip ever was to Miami, and that might be the next vlog that you guys see. That was a random trip. We kind of still barely knew each other, but I was like, hey, you want to come to Miami? And she was very like, I don't really know you. Like, I don't even know you though. So we went there. We went to Santa Clara. We went to Jamaica. We went to Minnesota. We went to Toronto. Where else did you go?
LA.
Los Angeles. Anywhere else?
Yeah, that's all we did last summer.
Was travel?
Mm-hmm.
But where else did we go? That's all I can think of right now. Those, I would say my favorite would have to be Jamaica, Toronto, or Miami. Those were Miami just because it was so fast. It was like a day trip.
And Minnesota, because you get to meet my family.
Yeah.
We've been there twice now.
Yeah. And then places that I'd like to go, or we'd like to go.
South Dakota.
Ugh, South Dakota, just because my family's there. I want to go to Japan. We might be doing that. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to go back to Jamaica. I want to go to Hawaii.
New
York,
City.
I've been there. She hasn't been in New York City.
I don't want to go anywhere super far.
I just want to go to like some tropical island. I want to go to the Bahamas and stay at that.
Atlantis
place. That would be sweet.
Nassau, Bahamas.
That is pretty much all the questions that we got. I hope this was a good intro video for you guys to kind of get to know us a little bit better. If you have any more questions, maybe we'll do like another update later in the future. You can drop them down below, but also let us know what we should bring on this channel that you would love to see, as far as pranks, challenges, vlogs, where we should travel, what we should do, just so I can get a good idea of like what's next. Other than that, I was thinking about just putting some of our older vlogs on this channel just to keep the content consistent, and you guys can kind of see how we've grown together. We have been together for 2 years now. It's crazy.
2 years and 1 month.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, hit the thumbs up button. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. And turn on those notifications. We need an outro.
Chloe, out.
We'll work on that.